got one at a time. We don't trust you. It said don't read ahead. It's like, what were the names of your mother's parents? Where were they born? What did he do for a living? You have memories of them. What were the names of your father's parents? Just stuff like that.
Papa parents.
Yeah, one at a time. I'm just going to go one at a time. That's the kind of questions they are.
Okay.
And if you don't remember, you're ahead because I know nothing. So don't feel bad if you can't remember them. Anything we get from this is going to be wonderful.
Thank you.
And I love you for doing this.
Oh, thank you.
I'm serious.
You guys should have started much sooner, you know.
Well, I know. It's unfortunate.
We talked and talked, but we never did.
We never actually
We should have done it. We should have done it.
Of course, you know, losing Mama when I was only 17.
You are recording now, right?
And you know, your memories, you don't have any memories when you're young. You don't ask these questions when you're young.
We didn't either. That's the problem. I didn't ask my dad any questions.
I know
I know nothing about the war. Nothing. I don't know anything about what he did in the war.
I know he was in 7 major battles. Did you know that?
No.
Yes. And he had, of course, the Purple Heart.
He has a Purple Heart.
And he had several little tiny little medals. Did you ever see those?
No, he still had shrapnel in his body that
once in a while
pieces would come out.
And his leg.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me go ahead and start, and then, like I said, don't think you have to just talk about this. If you feel like talking about something else, you go ahead.
Okay, ask me questions.
Okay, what were the names of your mother's parents?
My mother.
Yeah.
My mother, they were Dutra Faria.
Do you remember their names? Or did you ever meet
the grandmother's buried here in the grave. And,
was
her
it
name was
Margarita, was it Maria or Margarita?
Margaret,
she's buried in the cemetery.
Not Margarita.
She's buried in the cemetery.
She's buried right
and we had a
cemetery.
picture of her at the...
well, we took pictures of that.
Yeah.
Remember?
It was Santa Maria.
Her name was Dutra Faria. Margaret... Maria Dutra Faria. And if that's not correct, when you go to the cemetery, look at the tombstone. You know where it's at, don't you, Michael? Okay.
We have a picture of it.
And how about your mother's dad? Do you remember him at all?
My father's family?
No, your mother's father.
The father, you see, they were so young when they died. He died at a young age.
Oh, so you never met him?
I never met him.
And when were they born, your mother's parents?
When were they born?
Yeah.
There in that rock would say it.
Yeah. We could check the cemetery.
Were they from Portugal? Or do you know?
They were from Portugal.
They were both.
But the grandmother's buried here in Santa Maria.
We can get that.
And you can get the right information right there from that rock.
Yeah.
The tombstone.
Okay, so you wouldn't know what they did for a living. You wouldn't have any do you have any memories of her?
Of my.
Of your mom's mom.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
You do remember.
They were close by age-wise because our grandmother died so young. They were only like 10, 15 years apart, weren't they? In age.
Really?
What I remember about her being a stern woman.
Really?
Yeah.
And
she used to come and visit us and help my mother because she had so many children. She'd sit in a chair and do a lot of mending.
Really? Really? And where were you living when she...
In Los Alamos.
You lived in Los Alamos? Oh my gosh.
I remember, and I used to get so angry at her, because tiny as I was. Now you go and help your mother. And she gets so angry.
And where did she come from?
She came from Portugal.
No, I mean to visit you. Was she living in Santa Maria?
Yeah.
She lived in Santa Maria?
She and my mother came to United States together.
Okay.
See, my mother and her came together.
Now, when they had come to see you in Los Angeles, did they have a car to drive, or did they come by horse and buggy?
No, not horse and buggy.
Well, I was
That was what, 30s?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe
they walked.
They walked.
They rode horseback.
No. Okay. Obviously, they came by car.
Someone brought them by car. Well,
So they had enough money to own a car and have.
They didn't own the car. It's the people they were staying with. She was staying with a daughter, and the daughter was married to this shoemaker.
The daughter was a sister of your mom. And she lived in Santa Maria too?
Oh yeah, they all live in Santa Maria.
And she's a shoemaker?
Pardon?
She married a shoemaker?
Yeah, Zapateta they should call him.
Zapateta, I heard that.
Yeah, your father.
That's where Zapateta come from?
Yeah.
That was shoemaker with a Portuguese accent. Zapateta, I remember.
Because they live on Main Street, right down
Zapateta.
by, was it that cross street?
Oh my gosh. Do you remember the Zapatetas?
I think I've heard
remember
the
as a
name,
kid.
but I don't.
Oh my
Whether
God.
that fresh doesn't help you.
Sapatata.
Well, his name wasn't Sapatero, his name was Silva.
Wow.
They were all
But
Silvas.
Sapatata was
The
shoemaker.
nickname.
Was Shoemaker.
He was Mr.
He
Shoemaker.
was married to a shoemaker. Amazing. Okay, I'm just going to go on, and you can talk about other things if you want.
What, have you written anything down?
No, it's all getting recorded.
Oh, you're being. Am I being recorded?
Yeah.
All of us
Oh,
are.
You cut off some of these silly little things I'm saying,
Yes,
aren't you?
we're gonna-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we're
I mean,
gonna-
like now laughing and talking
Yeah.
about.
No. He's going to just record it. You know,
We're just going to,
Okay,
just the
okay.
facts. Just this is like an interrogation at LAPD. What were the names of your father's parents?
My father's
Grandpa's
what?
parents. Do you
They were Alexanders. Remember?
Oh, that's right,
Well,
Alexandra.
Alexandra.
And they were
It's-
both in Portugal?
They were from Portugal, the island of Pico.
Pico.
Both Mom and him were from Pico.
But did they come too? Did Grandpa's parents come to this country? Or
His family?
Yeah.
No.
They stayed there.
They stayed there, but they might have been dead. I don't know.
And they were born in Portugal?
Yeah.
And probably died in Portugal.
Pardon me?
They both lived in Portugal and
Yes.
died in Portugal.
Didn't Grandpa
That-
come as a teenager, young man?
Yeah,
And
we haven't got,
whereas
we haven't got
our
to that.
grandmother came as a child with
Yeah,
her parents.
17.
He came by, I believe our
He
grandfather.
was 17 when he came across.
Yeah.
Did he come by himself?
He came all alone, and he was sort of a stowaway.
That's what I heard. He was an illegal immigrant.
He wasn't born here, no.
Right, he was illegal though. He didn't come here
But
legally.
he had, there was that John Silva who sponsored him.
Okay.
It was either an uncle or relative of his.
And that's why he changed his name from Alexander to Silva?
I have no idea. That I cannot answer.
So actually we don't have any Silva relatives probably in...
They're all the Portuguese people were named Silva.
They changed their names to
Yeah.
Silva.
But his last name was really Alexandra.
Alexandra.
Yeah,
Manuel Schantz Alexandra.
yeah. Very funny.
Okay. And what did he do for a living?
Papa?
Yeah.
Farmer.
He was a farmer. Did he have his own land or did he always work for
Never.
somebody?
He worked for, never owned land.
Yeah. He worked for Gerard. What did he do
No,
before?
he worked sharecroppers. You know how they used to sharecrop things? They'd lease this land from people like the Carriagas, and they raised. It was dry farming, and it would be hay and beans.
So he was farming himself. He wasn't laborer. He was actually doing
At the time,
farming.
he was, and then they, and what they made is what he paid the rent at the end of the year, and he saved the remains, which, sometime it would just break out even.
Yeah,
Wow.
And that's why the boys worked so hard.
yeah.
Okay. So you didn't know your grandpas very well because they weren't even in this
He owned
country.
property afterwards.
Did some of his Papa's relatives come in later on though? Once he was here, didn't some others?
I think, John Silva came in later, you know.
He was his brother.
No, he was a nephew. He was his
Ne-
sister's
okay.
son. And you know, I tried to get in touch with this Doug Silva, and he has no telephone
All right.
because he has a lot of information on Papa. Do you know him,
Doug, our cousin?
Dougie Silva?
Yeah.
Now I'd like to get in touch with him and see what he has in the, because his mother, I'm sure, if I remember correctly, she said that she kept a diary of the family history.
Yeah. That was, what's her name? That she worked for
Annette.
Annette and Joe.
Annette.
Yeah.
And
Joe,
Joe.
yeah.
Yeah, they're gone. Right.
They're both, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the boy is living.
Doug is,
Doug. They say
Doug's ex-wife was the one who was taking care of your mom.
Oh, that's right. That
Patty?
Pam.
Pam.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
And
Didn't Doug's brother get killed in the auto accident?
Yeah, up at Cuesta Grade.
At Cuesta Grade,
He
yeah.
was a nice guy. He was a truck driver. He was
Who did?
He was-
Doug's older brother, Stanley. Was
Stan, yeah, he was killed in an auto accident, or he was helping
no,
somebody.
No, they ran over him.
At Cuesta
Yeah, he
Grade.
was actually helping
Yes,
He stopped his truck to help direct traffic,
Stop,
and they ran over him at Cuesta Grade.
This one panicked, and she thought, somebody tried to hold her up or whatever. He hit him and killed him.
Yeah. Now, do you know? Did Grandpa ever talk about coming across on the boat?
Oh,
to get
yes.
here? What was it like? Did he
He
say?
said, well, they took very good care. One of the shipmates, they discovered him,
Yeah.
and they let him stay. He had paid just a little small amount of money,
Yeah.
and they were very good to him.
So he worked on the boat. They
He didn't work at all. He was 17. He was just a kid.
So they just let him stay on the boat. And they
So-
fed him. I mean, it must take
Yeah,
weeks.
he ate, and he had no problem.
No problem getting
No.
over here.
Those days they didn't give any.
Where did he arrive? Where did he?
He arrived in Massachusetts.
Oh, so he came in Massachusetts when the
and,
boat.
and coming across now, God only knows how he crossed USA, to come to Santa
You
Maria.
didn't say that. You didn't know how he did.
I
How
don't-
long did he stay on the East Coast? Do you
Not
have any-
long. He came immediately to Santa Maria.
Did he know anybody in this country?
But that's what I said. There's John Silva.
Oh, he knew somebody named John
Yeah,
Silva.
Oh, that was already here.
That, oh yeah, and very, very high class. I think he was a banker.
Where was he?
Where was he? With
John Silva. Where did he live? In
He
Santa
lived in Santa Maria, right on the corner. His home is still there.
Really? What
On Main
corner?
Street.
On Main.
I think it's an attorney's office now. An old building. It's not old now, but then it was very high
If he
class building.
sponsored him, how did he get to know somebody in this country? Was it? How did he find out that there was?
Well, the Silva, the one told him this. He was not uncle. He was a relative.
Bill-
So he was here, and did you just say if you can get over to the U.S.?
He wrote him letters or something.
Pardon me?
How did he meet Silva to sponsor him?
Well, apparently through correspondence.
So they wrote letters.
They would have to. They probably wrote to his.
They were related, though, weren't they? Were they related?
Yeah, they were related. But what
Okay.
kind of relationship they had? I mean, relative. I don't know.
Yeah.
He wasn't an uncle,
Interesting.
and she was also related to Papa, the wife. And
Really?
she was a beautiful woman.
Interesting. That's the John Silva wives and stuff. Huh. Here's one just a weird question.
They sponsored him, no doubt.
Yeah.
It says, what traditions are still practiced in your family?
Traditions.
Did you have any family traditions, like getting together and, I don't know, big
Well,
certain
we always had a Christmas dinner.
Christmas dinner?
Yeah, don't you remember those big Christmas
No,
dinners?
before. I mean, this is before, when you were kids living at home.
When we were kids, no.
I mean, did you have a Christmas tree when you were a little kid?
We had it home, but not with relatives, but our
But
own.
there was 10 of you there, so you,
No, there weren't 10 of us. At one time, we didn't have that many.
you never had 10 at the same time, kids in the house?
10 kids at the house?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Let's see. Maya got married.
Oh, before the others were even born.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were kind of coming and going.
So there was at least 8 of us at one
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
And well, when Mama died, of course, there was 10 of us. But just think how little Betty was, 2.5, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the brothers were old enough to be out working.
Okay. What kind of house did you live in when you were a kid? When you were as long back as you can
We
remember?
lived in nice places on the farm.
On a farm.
We lived in one place I remember, but it was always the tenant's home, you know. They were
Yeah,
Papa didn't
yeah.
own them. But there's Cariaga Ranch,
Out in Los
where
Alamos.
where I was born. It was beautiful, and Marie was born there. And the boys were born. Now I remember living in a right behind the Cariaga School. This big white house, old house. It was so huge. It had a room that they call a dance hall,
Really?
and they
Right.
used to come and serenade.
Oh, goodness.
You remember the Portuguese used to serenade,
Yeah.
and they come
Wow.
over and serenade. You never know where they were when they were coming.
Oh, the Portuguese people, that
Yes.
band would come to your
Yes,
house?
like gypsies, only they're Portuguese.
Oh, funny.
And they all came. They would bring something to eat, and then they would sing and dance and hold these well, be folk music. They would
Chamarita?
not dance. They would dance, yeah, but they would have this what the hell was his name? I lived on the corner. He was a wolf at a service station.
All right.
T. Miller husband, and he used to play the guitar. It was like folk
And
singing.
were they relatives or just strangers?
She was no. Oh, some of them were strangers.
Yeah.
They stopped at different homes and they get together, kept on
Oh, okay.
getting together, and it was like a caravan.
Just for fun. They didn't expect money or anything. They just did
Oh,
it.
no. They came to have a good time. You eat
They were
food.
just
There was
family.
always coffee, cheese, and
And you fed them and everybody.
that type
Wow.
of thing.
And the house, did it have furniture? Did you guys own furniture?
Oh yes.
You own your own furniture?
Oh, yes.
Everybody had a bed? Or you slept 5?
Well, we had to split the beds, share our beds.
Split a bed. Refrigerator or icebox?
Well, let's see. We had a refrigerator in Santa Maria.
But no, on the farm you didn't have a
And
refrigerator.
a farm, let's see, we only had one in the Pasquini Ranch. That was down Lower Guadalupe. I think we had one there. And the others,
But like Cariaga place.
No.
They didn't. Did you have electricity?
have electricity?
Yeah.
No.
No.
We had to clean the chimneys. That was one of the kids'
Yeah,
jobs.
Fireplace, a wood stove, cooked over a wood stove.
Yeah, because-
no heat. Heat was the
No,
fireplace.
heat was from the wood stove.
Yeah.
That was beautiful
Yeah.
heat.
How about a car? Did you guys have your own
Papa
car?
had a car.
He always had a car.
Cheapest. What was the name of that car? Maybe Joey might remember.
He had
But
a truck too. Didn't he have that trucks?
But Papa had this car that the top was a touring car.
All right.
The top would go down.
Like a convertible?
Yeah, that type.
Like-
Two-seater.
Really?
And I remember when it was folded down, once in a while the boys would get out and run.
Really?
They run out and jump in. And I remember sitting in the back. I was always sitting in the back.
Did your mom drive the
No,
car?
no.
Was she happy? Was she happy raising
She was
you?
always happy.
I mean, she loved her life and having kids. and
I
that?
think she had no choice, but she was happy.
Yeah.
She danced and she loved to sing.
Really?
She was so well. When that Joe and Annette used to come over, that's all we did was dance. And
And
my
they-
father loved to dance.
Yeah. And you loved Grandma? He treated her good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, when you have that many kids,
You didn't have time to treat each other good. It was just work.
well, Mom would get off angry at him.
Yeah.
My mother would get off angry at him.
But
so-
you got up in the morning early to do chores and went to bed.
well, do chores.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't help around the house, but he did work.
He went out and went to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a cow? You
We had cows and horses.
horses? You raised your own vegetables to eat?
Mama raised all those vegetables. Your father was a animal lover.
Yeah.
He raised all kind of animals as a little kid.
Yeah.
Your father loved, he was a boy, so he loved animals.
What did you guys eat, like at dinner
we-
time?
well-
Chickens?
Chickens and kill pigs,
Pigs?
hogs, and make linguiça and
You made your own linguiça?
linguiça ham.
You made your own ham?
Uh-huh. Well, there in the farm we did quite well. It was in the city you didn't do as well, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you lived there, were you all by yourself in this house, or were there other families
no,
in
no,
other
no,
houses?
we were all totally
Well, it's just
alone.
one house, no other building. You had a barn, probably.
pardon me?
Do you have your barn? You have a barn full
We had a
of
barn, and we had a
animals?
windmill that produced water.
Oh, you had a well.
Yeah.
How'd you get the water out of the well? Did you have
That was a windmill.
windmill? So you had a tank. So you
And
had
then the
running
tank, you go
water,
in the tank, and we get that water from the tank.
But-
I can close my eyes and see that tank.
but you didn't have a flush toilet. You had an outhouse with a pit.
The what?
A flush toilet. You didn't have a flush
No.
toilet. You had an outhouse.
Outhouse.
And how you had a bathtub in the house?
Yes.
How'd you get the water warm?
Heat in a stove and throw it in the tub.
Did everybody take a bath in the same water?
No.
You changed your
I
water?
think the boys take their water.
You changed water each
I'm
time?
sure they did.
You don't
They would-
remember?
We take baths every time.
You take a bath with your sisters, so there's probably 3 of you in the bathtub at
Well,
the time.
those there, the boys, when the little ones, let's face it, Manuel's 20 years, some older than
He was
me.
older. He was
Yeah.
older.
Yeah. You.
See, it's more like a double family, 2 families.
Yeah. Okay. You
Yeah.
had a yard. Did you have flowers and you had a garden?
Yeah,
or-
my mother had not flowers that go wild, but it was mostly vegetables.
Vegetables.
She
yeah.
raised
Yeah.
a lot of vegetables, corn, you name it, chickens.
And a fence? Was it fenced yard? Or did you? You didn't have
No,
a
we
fence.
didn't
You
have
need a
fence, yeah,
fence.
no.
Yeah. How about a swing? You have a swing to play. You have toys.
Oh yeah, we had a tire.
A tire hanging in a tree.
Yeah.
Hanging in an oak
Yeah, the
tree.
boys used to
Yeah.
do that. And August was a sharpshooter.
Was
August was always inventing something to.
Really?
Oh yeah, bow and arrows and all handmade.
Really?
And then we go out there in Los Alamos, and they'd find a lot of Indians.
Oh, arrowheads.
Yeah.
Antiques, not
Alright.
antiques, but what they call the Indian stuff. When
Yeah.
you find them.
Oh, yeah, and artifacts.
What is it?
Arrowhead.
Artifacts.
Artifacts.
Artifacts. Okay.
Even little bowls. We find little bowls
Really?
that with a little hammer that you stir,
Oh, yeah.
and we didn't keep that stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff is valuable now.
Oh, yeah.
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 Artifacts is the terminology I wanted to use.
Okay, and you had a room of your own with a bunch of brothers and sisters. You had a bed. You probably slept with a bunch. You had a big kitchen with
Yeah,
a big table.
where we were little, we had big kitchen.
What, a big table? Did everybody sit down at the
Oh
same
yeah, we had a long, and we ate together.
together? Did you say grace? Were you religious?
No, we didn't say grace.
Were you baptized? Were you guys?
We were all baptized.
You were baptized.
Every one of
Did you
them.
go to church on Sunday?
No.
No, no. You probably worked on Sunday
Well,
or did
they
laundry.
didn't. Well, I don't think Papa was too religious, and neither was Mom. They didn't have time.
And
Yeah.
who did the cooking? Did your mom
My
cook?
mother did all the
She
cooking.
cooked all the food.
Mm-hmm.
3 meals a day. Did you?
I know she cooked 2 for sure, but I think we ate sandwiches
Really?
for mid afternoon or lunch.
Did you bake your own bread or did you get?
Oh, she baked bread.
The bread king,
Oh
yeah.
my God, Frankie used to eat 1 loaf of bread in 1 sitting.
Oh, it would
I was
take
talking
kids.
about you.
Yeah, he was an eating
He
machine.
sit there and eat that. We sit at the table. By the time Mom would get over, He had to gobble the whole thing down.
Yeah. And Aunt Marie, well, she was a little bit younger than you, Aunt Marie.
She was 4 years younger.
4
than
years
I.
younger, so. You
She was born in Cariagam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And did you have company at dinner? Did other people show up that were other farmhands?
Well, when Bobby, we were so far out in the woods, people would come over, but not that often. Like the brooms, you know how close we
Yeah.
were with the brooms.
Yeah.
They always used to come over. And who else? And then after we moved to closer in, Annette and Joe ate every Sunday with us.
Oh, they did.
Oh, they did. So you did get together as family.
That was later on after we moved
Yeah.
to Santa Maria,
Yeah.
before my mother passed away.
Interesting. Now, did the house have did you have treasures in there? Did you have like a china cabinet with fine?
Oh, no.
So you didn't own that kind of stuff.
No, nothing valuable.
Yeah. And how about laundry? When you did laundry, did you have a
Well,
washing
she had
machine?
I'm sure she did the first years by hand, but later on she had a washing machine that you did this.
Yeah.
You worked.
You had to crank it to make it work?
Well, you crank it and it's for it to work, not that it had an engine
It didn't have an engine.
or a
and
motor
you had
or
to
whatever.
do something.
You had to do it by
Trying to get it
hand.
manually to get it to turn.
And then when you roll it on the rollers,
you drove it,
Yeah.
squeeze the water out.
Yeah.
Did you have to have a ton of clothes, or did you just wear dirty clothes? You couldn't possibly clean your clothes every
I
day.
don't know. I don't remember being that dirty.
Well,
We
it didn't
went
matter.
barefooted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the kids are pretty clean.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
That's,
I think Mama made them clean up.
Yeah, and your house was only heated by a fireplace.
Yeah.
Did you have a
Not
kerosene?
fireplace, that would be
You have a kerosene heater that you lit and took
No,
in the bedrooms?
uh-uh.
You didn't have that.
by wood stove then.
the wood stove.
Yeah, how about in winter? Was it really cold at night? I mean, did you?
I don't remember ever being
A
cold.
wood stove throws out a lot of heat. Though.
I don't ever remember being cold.
But not to heat a whole house.
Oh, they can.
I don't
Maybe.
remember ever being, I don't know if the others
I
did,
don't
but
know.
I don't ever remember being cold.
Well, you were a kid. Kids
Yeah.
never cold. But you didn't have a big
Kid, I
fireplace.
was, my Lord, I stuck there around home until I was 27 years of
The
age.
fireplace, was it burning all the time? Did you guys cook in the fireplace, or just had that for warmth?
The wood stove did everything.
The
Was
wood
there,
stove. The wood stove. But the
there was a
fireplace.
fireplace in this place that we lived, that one I talked about, but it was too dangerous to build a fire.
Oh, really? So you never had a fire? You didn't
No,
use
it was a wood stove,
a wood stove.
but we didn't, no fire in
But
the,
that was in the kitchen then.
the wood stove?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I let the kids go to bed early.
Yeah.
They're all tired.
Yeah.
I think you're in bed by 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And that wooden stove, that's what you did all your cooking on.
Yes.
For the whole family. You cooked
Yes,
all
until
everything.
later, until they moved to Santa Maria, you know.
Yeah. Did you do everything fried?
I mean-
was it fried food? Fried in oil? I mean,
The food?
yeah, what do you have for a typical dinner? What would you say, like, you sat down to dinner with all
Well,
those
my mother,
kids?
if I can remember, our dinner usually contained a soup.
Soup.
And that was a carryover for a long time. Because I'd make soup, and after Mama died, and your mother would make biscuits or bread every evening.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And we got in a fight one
I've
time.
heard about it. Yeah.
That's the first time Marie and I ever quarreled. And we always got along so well. I got mad at her because I was working too hard. She listened to you now. And where were you now?
No, keep going. You're doing great. And the soup was vegetable and meat and
Meat,
potatoes.
we had, potatoes.
Portuguese beans. You eat Portuguese
Oh,
beans?
yes. That's
Every
what
day?
Papa raised, no doubt. I don't remember if it was every day. Linguiça.
A lot of linguiça.
Lots of linguiça. They put it in those lard.
Packet and lard. That's what my
Yeah.
dad said. You'd put a layer of
Yeah,
linguiça, and then you put lard on top, and another
yeah.
layer of linguiça, and it kept forever.
And we had crocks, those crock pots that you don't see.
Yeah.
Those round crock pots.
Yeah, the round crocks.
About that high, I remember. And they used to, linguiça in there.
Linguiça.
And they smoked their ham. They managed somehow out in the
Even
farm.
without electricity to keep all that stuff. Amazing.
So.
Wow.
Amazing. And then you cooked over wood. How do you cut the wood? Did they cut it with a saw, and you have a wood pile outside all the time that the boys were?
Well, I think we
Must
just
have
took
been.
it for granted.
Yeah, some of you.
While we were in Los Alamos, Santa Maria is a different story. We can come to that.
Yeah.
The latter part of our
Yeah,
life,
yeah.
it changed a lot
Yeah. Once you
with the other
yeah.
generation.
Yeah, and then you're.
That's the one that got rough and tough, hard times.
Yeah. So your water came out of a well.
Yeah.
And you never had a problem getting water. You just went out there and
No.
and the water pumped itself out. No refrigerator.
And the horses were always we go horseback riding,
Yeah, horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
cows, milk, cheese. She made cheese.
Made her own cheese.
cottage cheese,
Yeah.
cream. We had whipped cream.
Yeah. Now, if you wanted to get to town, did you guys ever go to town to
Oh
San Fran?
yes.
In a car?
Papa drive us to town, and he dumped Mom and his kids off there at. There's a woman in town. She owned a store where all the Portuguese women would hang around, you know.
Oh,
And she
okay.
had a clothing store.
Downtown Santa Maria.
Hmm.
Interesting. And what did you do then? Just play with other kids, or?
Well, we play there and buy clothes and walk up and down the street. I don't know what Papa was doing. He was probably out there getting with some
We
guy.
in Tangertown.
Yeah.
And I remember coming home with a dress that my mother didn't want to buy, but they thought it would look so cute to me, and I didn't want any other dress.
Now, did you guys have money?
Money?
Yeah, the
We
kids.
didn't have any.
No money.
There was no cash around.
What if you wanted something? I mean,
Charge.
charge. What? Now, when you went to town shopping, could you shop for a new dress, or did you?
Yeah, I saw for a new dress, and my mother didn't want to buy it because she thought it was too expensive. I stood there and threw a tantrum and came
How,
home with the
how old
dress.
were you then?
I was about 5 or 6.
Oh, you were a little kid then.
Yeah.
Oh no, not that. But I remember that dress like it was today, with a little navy blue plaid,
All right.
and it was 2-piece, and it had a little blouse over it, a little sailor blouse. Brown tooth were for little girls. That's the only good dress I ever owned when I was little.
So should we talk more about then Santa Maria? Or-
Well, why don't we try to get a list of the relative of your aunts, your
There's the aunts, sisters, and brothers.
blood
Yeah.
relatives on
Yeah.
your
Both
father's
sides.
side and your mother's side.
Yeah, we
and-
need that.
Yeah, and
That's going back into
and
history.
most of them are on your mother's side, aren't they? That you know, or do you have like how many aunts and uncles on your mother's on the Dutra Faria side?
Mother's side. They had. Let me say 2 boys from the very beginning.
Okay.
Joe
Joe
and the other one, Joaquin
and the last name
Luther Faria.
Dutra Faria. So those are
The boys
two.
always had their Luther Faria.
And those are actual blood relatives. They're not like in-laws. You know what I mean?
No, that's his brothers.
Brothers, okay.
Our uncles.
Uncles, okay, but not your uncle's wife. who
No,
would
no.
be not a blood
That's what we're
relative.
talking about.
Yeah.
No in-laws.
Okay, that's
And was
right.
there any girls? Just two.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. He had one daughter, Joe. Where's Joe?
Well, let's go down. Do you want to go down on
Joe.
the?
Let's name the boys.
Let's do the answer, and then we'll go beyond.
Joe and Joaquin. How about,
Okay.
how about
Okay.
sister?
Now women was Filomena.
Fermina. Thea is aunt, but
Filo.
Philomena.
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 Yes, Philomena.
Aunt Philomena. That's on the Dutra Faria side.
See, there was Aunt Bello.
Aunt Bello. Bello.
Oh.
So we got two uncles, 2 aunts so far.
And then Virginia. Aunt Virginia.
Aunt Virginia.
Teresa.
Okay.
Teresa.
Teresa.
That's got to be the most beautiful name.
Teresa.
And
And Aunt Broom. Aunt Broom.
what's your Broom? What's your name?
Thelma?
Thelma.
No.
That's the daughter.
Tia Broom. I just told
Tia Broom. Aunt Broom, but his
No,
Broom
no.
might be a nickname.
no, I know her name. I just talked to Maxine.
Yeah,
Funny, I could name those names about 2 months ago. I can't.
Yeah.
They'll come to me.
Yeah, okay.
They should-
Thelma?
Let's see.
Thelma? Was her
1,
name
2,
Thelma?
3, 4, 5.
Not
And Mama
Thelma?
was number 6.
Cousin
Maria.
Miss Thelma, I
Okay.
think. But where's your mother?
Tia
Your
Broom.
mother is what now?
The Broom was Maria.
Maria.
My mama was Margaret.
So let's run the names down then. So there's only 2 boys, is that right?
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 girls.
6 girls and 2 boys.
Were they all in Santa Maria? Or were they? I mean, locally.
They were local here for a while, but they all moved
They moved
away.
away.
Well, see, Joaquin moved to up north Fresno area,
Okay.
and Joe, he moved towards not Bakersfield, Greenfield. You know where Greenfield is?
Sure,
Up in that area.
Yeah.
And these all were Santa Marians.
So basically, on your mother's side, it's 8. Is that right?
Yeah.
8 kids total. 2 boys, 6 girls.
And then they had, you want the children here?
Why
you
not?
might
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Because you may run across them.
Yeah, let's go ahead. If you know,
Let's
who
see.
they are.
Joe Dutaferia, he has a daughter, one daughter, and lives in Santa Barbara.
Do you know her name or?
I have her name somewhere, but I haven't got her.
But it's Joe Duke, one daughter.
Probably changed by now if she got
Yeah.
married.
And who's the other one?
Joaquin?
Oh my God, Joaquin. He had about 5 or 6 kids.
Wow.
He had about, say, 6 kids that I don't
And we're pretty well
know.
lost touch with those.
Yeah,
They were lost. They weren't around
But
here.
they were off to Greenfield. And Philomena,
She had 2 daughters.
2 daughters.
Do you know the names?
No. Bello?
Hmm?
Bello?
Bella, she had Mary, Mary Bella.
Uh-huh.
And what was the name of the other one? You know, I'm forgetting, Mike, and I
Not
actually
Thelma.
remember. Huh?
No.
She had 2 daughters? Mary?
Yeah,
She
2
had
daughters, Nona, and 1 son that was deceased. He died. They found him dead at home on the floor.
Oh, really?
They thought he might have been murdered.
Virginia? Wow,
And
really?
Virginia, she had two sons and 1 daughter.
Okay.
You know the names of any of those?
One was Manuel,
Mhm.
and the other one was Frank, and he's dead. I don't know if Manuel's alive. And excuse me, and the daughter, she's dead too.
Now, okay, when we grew up, we didn't have anything to do with these people. did
Was
we?
that-
No, we didn't really. I didn't, these were a different generation. I don't know.
Teresa, she had some.
This generation is my generation.
Yeah,
Right
yeah, yeah.
Teresa, she had any?
She had 2 daughters
2 daughters.
You know the
and 1
names?
son.
You know the names?
One was Thelma.
Thelma. So that's David Souza's
No,
mother.
no.
No.
Uh,
Oh.
That's who we're talking about.
Teresa.
Teresa. And she had 1 son, Manuel,
Manuel.
deceased. Remember, he was Brother Manuel. They put at the explosion.
Oh, he blew himself up in the
Oh,
dynamite.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
him.
Oh.
Manuel, Aunt Mary, and Manuel, and Thelma.
Thelma. And Tia Broom,
Tibro, now the guy was there.
Eddie,
today.
and
Maxine, no, Mary. Mary.
Mary.
Eddie.
You got Eddie down already?
Eddie.
And then there was Mary, Manuel, Maxine, Thelma.
Now that's David Souza's
Yeah.
mother. I knew that's you.
You have Eddie here and Manuel
Emmanuel and Eddie, yeah.
and Mary and Thelma and Maxine.
Yeah.
How many are there? 6.
5.
There's 1 more.
Mary, Eddie, Maxine, Thelma, and Manuel.
Let's see, Mary. Mm-hmm. Then there was Thelma.
You can tell that's recording, right?
Yeah.
And you got a decent picture and decent.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's. Yeah. I'll play back a little bit here at the end just to make
Maybe
sure.
we're going to stop right now.
Let's see.
We'll get through this and you
One
play
of
back
them,
like 30
passed
seconds.
away.
Can you go back 30 seconds?
Let me.
We'll take a little break. You go to Mark on there. So the brooms, we got 5. That's a
There's 1 more.
We could tell. David would know. I mean, if we see if David
Yeah.
would know. I mean, that's
Yeah,
they're his aunts and uncles.
And
Aren't they?
I know them all.
And how about Margaret? She
My
was here.
mama.
Well,
Okay.
that's okay. We know
Okay, you
those.
put their names
Yeah.
down. What? Put it down. You guys might forget. Look at
No,
me
no,
forget.
we'll know those. We want to know the things.
So this is pretty well. These are on your mother's side, your blood aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
And this
And
is the most, and the cousins that we have are on there too. Now, how about on
Papa.
Yeah, on that side. Now, is that going to be harder to get?
That's gonna be a little harder, but
Because many of those are not living in here in the U.S.
there's some living here in Santa Maria. That's why I like to talk to Dougie.
Because you know, when I was there, when I went to Portugal, I know there were some relatives I saw over there of our grandfathers.
But were they Alexander?
I think so. But well, they didn't. They had like there. You know, they have. Everyone has. You could never tell anything by a name. A last name doesn't mean anything. It seems like.
But you
there.
didn't talk to them at all?
Yeah, I did. I have a list of them, and I've got some pictures of them. You know, remember those?
Oh yeah, I remember I saw your movies. They were and I remember the people you talked.
But
Do you remember any of Grandpa's
Oh yeah.
family that were here?
I guess the ones that live here.
Yeah, they can.
Okay, Papa. You have Papa?
Yeah.
Excuse me. I don't know any his background as far as his father and mother. I don't know anything about them.
Right.
But he had a brother, John.
Who was over here, right?
John, he was a baby.
Okay.
And did he have another brother?
And he was here?
Yeah. Excuse me.
And did he go by Silva too? I guess he would.
Now he went to Silva.
But how'd he get into this country?
Yeah.
Did he come stowaway too?
No, he came much later.
Oh, came
Oh,
later.
your papa could have sponsored the ones because your papa was the first one over here. Is that right?
Yeah. Okay. So he came a lot later.
Yeah.
And did he live in Santa Maria too?
Uh-huh. Yeah, he came over much later because Papa was quite a bit older than he was. And he married that Palmita.
Oh, Palmira. Okay, John and Palmira. I remember,
Okay, I remember the
those.
name. Yeah,
Palmita, yeah. That's his
Yeah.
wife. And
Okay.
she's a cousin of ours too, you know.
And they had kids too?
Who?
John and Palmira.
Yeah, they had 2 daughters.
2 daughters. Yeah, and what were their names?
And I don't know their names. I never mingled with them.
But they went by Silva too, and did they live in Santa Maria then?
But when those kids were born, I wasn't here.
Yeah. So they were like your
Cousins.
They were your cousins.
Cousins, then I guess.
Second
yeah.
cousins. Or first cousins.
Interesting. Okay.
First cousins.
They're first cousins.
Yeah, they would be first cousins.
And now Papa had 1, 2 sisters.
In this country?
Yeah, my gosh, one was. Damn it. I'm trying to think too hard. I can't
That's
think.
okay. Don't worry about it.
But the other thing was that, my gosh, they owned a saloon up here in Sisquoc.
Oh, really?
And then she opened another bar in Lompoc. She wanted me to go to work for her.
Wow.
And Pop said, no way you're going to work in that bar. She was
Were they any relation to Johnny Silva, the little Silva that was in Lompoc that had the hardware
Johnny
store?
Silva.
It was a good. I thought he might have been a cousin of my dad's. There was a little short Portuguese guy there named John Silva. He owned a furniture store over there.
You worked in a furniture store? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Appliance.
Now the girls may know. Because see, I lost track, Bobby, of a lot when I went. Let's see.
So he had 2 sisters and one. Wow.
And then he had a sister in Massachusetts.
Okay. Yeah.
And I met the
And then
relative
that was when your sister in Massachusetts.
when I went to Massachusetts.
How about England?
Yeah, there's some relatives in England
The
too.
one in England came over, remember?
They were cousins.
Oh, they were cousins. All right, so that might have been
2 cousins in
they were
England.
farther up the family tree, I guess.
2 cousins anyway. Okay.
Did most of the relatives leave the Azores? Did him stay? Well, there must have been. Any of his brothers?
I didn't follow
Any of your
you.
grandfather's brothers?
David, Susan, the one you talked to today? What did you ask me?
No, I mean any of our papa's brothers and sisters stay in the Azores, or did they all pretty well leave?
I think they all came.
They all left.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What else next?
What else?
Oh, let's see.
See, but it burns me up because I know every name under
That's
the
okay.
sun.
If they come back to you, we'll write them down and we'll write them.
Well, this is kind of a. We got a lot of good information though. Is how many, at least upjoined generation? How many?
Now we have a
aunts and
3rd
uncles?
generation, which would be your generation. Now you asked about us when we moved to Santa Maria, then we had a little more problems there.
Oh, really?
Now, when you moved to Santa Maria, did you move right to Orange Street? No, you lived on
Oh,
Main
no. We lived in Guadalupe for a while.
Guadalupe.
And
Do you remember
Betaravia.
where you lived in Guadalupe?
Betaravia in Guadalupe.
Was that place in Guadalupe where where Jimmy found the skunk?
Yeah.
That place is still there.
Uh-huh.
Because I think we drove by when I visited my mom, like in 2000.
Right.
Yeah, and it had like an
Yeah.
upstairs.
Joe used to stay there. A
what's that?
tank.
Bell Tower, like.
Yeah, you see. And
He
so-
had a guest house, that's what it was.
Yeah, so that was still there, I think, just going between Guadalupe and the beach in Guadalupe.
Oh, okay, out on Main Street.
Yeah,
Off of
on Main Street, yeah.
You don't want any history of the nephews and nieces, just Papa and Mama and...
Well, who else now are there? What other nephews and nieces are there?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we're losing a lot, our family too, in our generation. There's just the 3 of us left out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so you moved to Betaravia, then Guadalupe?
No, we moved to Guadalupe. Betaravia was last because that's where my mother died. They took her away in an ambulance.
Grandma died when you guys
In the
lived
hospital,
Betaravia.
I think the very same hospital where where your mother and Joey are staying. Was that a hospital at one time?
Yes, Marion
I
Hospital.
think that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that used to be the old
Maybe
sisters.
was that?
That was the only hospital in town, wasn't it, at one point?
My dad worked for the sugar company out there for a while.
So
in
I don't.
Betarabia. Did you guys work? Did anybody work for the sugar company when you lived in
No,
Betarabia?
uh-uh. No, because I remember going to school. We walked to school.
You did? When you lived in Betarabia?
Yes.
How old were you then?
Well, Marie went too, so I must have been 10.
Were you walking all the way to Santa
That
Maria?
Bonita school.
Oh, Bonita School. Okay, you walked what?
Bonita's still there, that Bonita school.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Oh, yeah.
Your father went there?
My mother went there.
And, well, yeah, your father, me, Marie, and that was it.
What grade did they typically complete?
8 o'clock, grade 8.
Did they all go through school through 8th grade, the boys, or did some of them quit and go to work?
No, I think they, yeah, Frankie went through 8th
Yeah.
with me.
They didn't go to high school though. I don't think
No.
they went to high school.
Let's see, I was trying to think. I don't remember Joey going there.
Augie?
No, they went, what school did the boys, they went to Los Alamos.
Yeah, Carrie Egas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And did you go to high school in Santa Maria?
Mm-mm.
Did you go to high school at all?
I went to school after I got married.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But before you did, none
Oh,
of
I
the
took
kids-
everything into the sun.
No kids went to high school, pretty much.
Our family,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Betty graduated from high school.
No, I mean the older boys.
And
girls.
no, Jimmy, no, yeah, Jimmy.
My mom did graduate too, didn't
Yes,
she?
she did.
My dad did, but my mom did, I
My mom
think, yeah.
did.
Yeah, he got a
The
few years.
younger was probably,
He went a few years to high school.
And then you moved to Santa Maria from Betarabia.
Did Daniel move? No, Manuel got married before we moved
He
to
moved
Beirut.
out before
He was
he moved to Santa
he
Maria.
was married. I think it was there was August. Because
okay.
I remember one night we got my mother died and we were all scared then. And we thought we heard some burglars out there out and stealing the horses or whatever.
This was in Betarabia or Santa Maria?
Betarabia. And then Papa got the shotgun and he did not shoot. Bang, he shot. He made a hole through the screen and he was supposed to have been aiming. He aimed down this way and he was supposed to go this way. He
That's the most
was 10
self-reliant.
inches below target.
Probably scared to death. I can imagine.
He was shaking because
Yeah.
his kids all scared to death.
Yeah.
So then, did you move to Santa Maria? Did you live on Orange Street?
Did I work?
Live on Orange Street.
Yes.
You lived there?
That's where I got married.
Which house did you live in?
We live in the one opposite to yours, guys.
Oh, the same was
503, 501, 503.
Yeah, and when he bought both those houses,
Yeah.
did he rent the other one out?
Yes.
That was pretty smart business.
Oh, yeah, because I remember when the Filipinos used to live there, I had to kick them out.
All right.
Can you imagine a 17-year-old girl going over there telling them, get out? They weren't paying their rent.
Do you remember how much rent you charged? How much rent he charged?
Oh, I think $20, $25.
Oh, my.
And then we cleaned up house, and Audrey, God bless her, and her and I don't know who else came to my rescue. We hosed the place down and tried to paint it, never did do a good job. Not knowing anything about painting.
Yeah.
So you lived there? Was my dad living there too, or was he gone?
Your father lived there for a short while, but he didn't live too
He
long.
lived there. Then he went off to war?
He went out to work.
So he was living there when he was dating my mom in 42, probably. Right? Or no, was he living somewhere else? He probably moved out by then.
Let's see, was your father dating your mother?
In 42, he was about...
He was 42. I
18.
married in 41.
Okay, he married in 42.
And then your father wasn't living there then.
No, he wasn't.
Because he wasn't home when I married in 41.
He might have been out.
Yeah.
He used to go to Lompoc a lot and work.
Yeah, well, he lived on the dairy. Didn't he live on the dairy
Yeah.
out there? That's how he met my mom. He was working on the dairy there by the Bradley house.
Yeah, because he always lived out. He always liked to be around animals.
He was an animal horse puller.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
He was the only one of the boys.
Really, that's true, huh? None of them else were horse or none of them rode
We had a
horses?
horse. We all rode, horseback. We had two beautiful horses.
Wow.
And that's when we lived in Betarabia. We had two horses.
You had horses there.
I used to go horseback riding all the time.
So did you go to Santa Maria High when you lived in Oregon?
No, I didn't go to Santa Maria High at all.
Oh, you didn't?
Uh-uh.
You were already out of high school when you moved to Orange?
I continued after I got married when I
Oh, that's
better
right.
myself.
You said you didn't go. Okay.
Okay.
Had nothing else to do, so took everything in the sun. You know, French, accounting, English.
You learned it all later.
I was
right?
going to, I was planning on being a dentist for children.
Mhm.
And then
Oh.
by then, I was 32 years old, and I decided I didn't want to continue. I was going to at USC,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sorry, no, I didn't, because I had the qualifications.
Now, Manuel moved out and got married. Did he get married first? Was he the first?
Now, I think, but yeah, me, the Manuel, August,
Okay.
Manuel, and then August had a couple of marriages.
Yeah.
Now, does August have more kids besides Sharon? Did he marry before and have kids?
He had a daughter.
He had a daughter that we never.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
you
but
never-
he married this Pat, but they never made a go of it.
And the family, the girl.
That one daughter, and she, I understand, wasn't.
Was she mentally retarded?
She had a little problem.
Oh,
from
okay.
that.
think
I
I heard
remember I
something
bet you about
about
that.
that,
And then August wanted me to raise her. Can you imagine?
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh.
From a babe, from a kid. Wow.
Oh,
So did she end up with her mother?
I told August, I'm sorry. I
Oh, goodness,
just
no.
cried. I hated to tell him no, but I said I have to.
No.
Oh, heavens.
Can you
Okay.
imagine?
Yeah, that's.
How can I? Much as I loved him, he was such a
Oh,
wonderful
yes.
brother. But
Then he married Izzy.
All right, we should
and
take
she's
that.
doing good.
And Izzy, yeah, okay.
She's
That's
doing
the-
good.
who else?
Yeah, she's still around. Let's see.
The next was my dad. And of course, he married my mom. There's nothing exciting about
What's that?
Most of is there anything many missing parts of most of the stuff that's like our age
We can dredge
fi-
that
it's,
up.
it's still around. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean,
Did you have any brothers and sisters that died out of the 10 that were died in childbirth or anything?
Anybody? No.
So your mom had all the babies healthy and
Hmm.
that's
As far as I
amazing.
know,
yeah.
That's amazing.
she may have had one miscarriage, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
But as far as I know,
Yeah. And then as far as kids, is there any we don't know about? I know Lucille had some kids
Yeah.
that were out of wedlock
yeah,
or
she had two or three, two I think.
and they were given up for adoption or were they
They're here. They're either here in Santa Maria or someplace.
yeah.
Because Linda was telling me about it.
Yeah,
She-
Linda has
she-
some
She had some
contact.
sort of contact.
Boy, that was rough life for her.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
And then Betty, of course, was a little kid, and how did she ever meet up with Jim Salusi?
He was here in the air base.
Oh, okay, that's how she met him.
Uh-huh.
And they lived here for a while too, apparently.
Yeah, didn't they live in those Quonset huts?
They said she did. I guess she did
Or
because
did Jimmy?
I
Who lived in
wasn't
those
here.
Quonset? You remember the Quonset huts?
On Main on Orange Street, down the end of the street there.
Where the warehouses are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Betty-
By
Betty-
the railroad tracks is kind of.
Well, there was some on Orange Street too.
Oh, were there?
Right past our house by the block.
Oh, maybe those are the ones I'm thinking. I remember there was a bunch of Quonset huts, and did Jimmy live there?
Somebody-
I visited somebody over
We
there.
used to go there. I remember the Quonset huts on Orange Street. There may have been more by you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jimmy and let's see, who else? Who am we missing?
May and Jimmy, is that it?
Joey. We're going to talk to Joey, so we'll get information.
Joey always had a house. Joey was
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
he's the guy that was going to always build us. Poor, and he's doing real good again.
Is he? Good.
Marie's home. He's happy.
Oh, she's.
Yeah.
And Marie said she called him every other day, and he would tell me. I said, "Did you hear from Marie?" No,
No.
not a word.
That's it.
I said, "Marie, did you know your father said you weren't calling him?" She said, "No, Aunt Gaga." She said, "I call him every other day."
We'll probably burn out. You think?
Yeah. You wonder. I'll stop the.
Yeah.
Let me see the.
And is that all we need to know?
Well, I mean, that's a big. Folks, we're resuming the recording
Mary
now.
Bella, and her name was Cecilia.
Cecilia.
Oh, now what? Mary Bella, her name was Cecilia. What family?
That's the Dutra Faria side. That's the two girls.
Okay.
That's the second daughter of Bello.
About Bella.
Besides Mary, it's
Mary
Cecilia.
Bello.
And some of the nicknames we Kantaka.
Kantaka. That and then Grandpa got the Kantaka name because
He couldn't speak.
He couldn't speak, and he said that to a salesman.
Yeah, I can't talk. I can't talk
Yeah.
with English.
And you could fight over that broom. Tia broom. I heard it was because she was sweeping or something and
I don't remember. I
hit
don't.
somebody with a broom.
And that's.
The truth
Oh,
lies.
I don't like to be any nicknamed. I'm very touchy about that.
Didn't all the families get a nickname though?
What's that?
Didn't they all get nicknames? Didn't somebody
Portuguese
always
families?
nickname them?
I think so too.
I mean,
I remember.
and it wasn't one they could choose, it was one they ended up getting.
And you didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's like Portuguese. I don't
Yeah.
like that. That's another that.
Well, Julia Roberts
Portuguese,
doesn't like
you got
it.
you want to Portuguese or else.
Oh,
That's right.
I just like finding a
How about
cat.
if one Portuguese calls another one a Portuguese? That's okay or not?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think so. I don't. No, I think you're degrading
I say it all
yourself.
the time.
You say Portuguese?
Yeah, why don't
Oh
you
my
yell at me when I
God,
say it?
Bobby.
You don't yell at me, you should say something. I'm always saying Portuguese.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't say it to
I
other
don't
people.
like that terminology. It's like it burns me up.
I'll remember it, I'll put it on my list. So
And I got it. Don't say 40. I think it's degrading.
yeah.
It's
How
like,
about anything else? Any other family?
no, that's about
you
it.
think
Cantalca. I know your mother used to blow her top when anybody called them Cantalca.
Yeah, I know. There's probably everyone. There's probably dozens of them you can
Some
find.
dumb. Yeah, well, I say you dumb bastard. If they tell that, I don't use cuss words, but I would.
Yeah.
Fire would come. The little bit I have left.
Well, we'll go ahead and
That's it, yeah.
let me
Put that on a CD.
See, I took it.
fade this thing. Hi, it's Mike Perry. I have some additional information from Aunt Margaret. It's now September 21st, 2008. Aunt Emily was the name of the aunt who owned the bar. We didn't have her name initially. Her name was Aunt Emily. Aunt Bello's first name was Gloria. Her daughters' names were Mary and Cecilia. We did not have Cecilia's name, so that's Aunt Bello. Her name was Gloria Bello. Our grandfather was born May 21st, 1886 and died October 19th, 1968. And our grandmother was born February 4th, 1895 and died February 15th, 1935. And according to Aunt Gaga, our grandfather arrived here when he was 17 years old. Our grandmother arrived here when she was 10 years old. And one final bit of information, Supposeda, which was a nickname for her aunt, one of our aunts, her real name was Virginia. Okay, that ends the supplemental.
Then you watch the camera.
Oh, I see right here. Or do you want to sit there?